Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Patri, and in today's video I'm going to talk about the books I want to read before the year ends. So it's kind of also my fall TBR, fall-winter TBR. I'm gonna start with fantasies because I haven't read a fantasy in a while. I think it's a good thing to read when it's cold weather, super cozy inside, and where I live. In the summer, it's like 30 degrees every single day. So first thing, I'm just gonna take this out of the way because it hurts me to say, but I want to finish the Throne of Glass series. Okay, I only have the Tandem Read and Kingdom of Ash left. The thing is, I've already had them tagged and everything, the Tandem Read, so I can start switching over, and I printed the numbers of the chapters and all that stuff, the order. But I'm not super invested in this series. I don't have the same feeling I had when I was reading Akotar or Crescent City. So this is just too much. Look at the size of these books. I think it's the first two are 600 pages each, which is basically, that means it's a 1,200 page book because you're reading them together, and this one has basically 1,000. So between these two is more than 2,000 pages. That's a lot of pages. But well, let's put that out of the way. And I'm going to continue with fantasy. I have quite a bit of fantasy books for what I usually read of fantasy. I think it goes through different stages. Sometimes I'm just a romance reader, sometimes I am really excited for a lot of fantasies and I just eat them up. But we have powerless, powerful, and reckless. If I'm being honest, I haven't read any of these and I bought them, which is kind of not a normal thing for me because I usually buy the first book, read it, and if I like it I buy the next. But I was thinking, people love this so much that I need to have them all to be able to read them all, because if not, I'm going to get stressed, you know? So basically, I'm planning on reading them back to back to back, because of what I've heard, it sounds pretty similar to The Serpent and the Wings of Night and those books, like the series. Amazing, I loved it, I ate it up, so I'm really excited for this. I'm going to wait a little bit more for these books because it's still really hot where I live, but maybe November, December. And I'm so excited. I've been trying to buy the pre-order Fearless, but Waterstones doesn't have the paperback version yet. It only lets you pre-order hardbacks, which I'm not going to buy because obviously I have this in paperbacks and I only buy paperbacks. So yes, I haven't said, okay, the Throne of Glass series, if you don't know, it's about an assassin, and this series is about a girl that lives in a world where people have powers, and if you don't have powers they kill you, and she doesn't have powers, she's faking them, and she enters a tournament and she needs to fight against people who do have powers. That's the only thing I know. You see the resemblance with Serpent and the Wings of Night if you've read it, really similar. So yes, so it's not only fantasy, it's also dystopian. It's a mix of both. And then the last fantasy I have is One for My Enemy, this book. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's kind of a canvas feel to it. I've seen this video being talked about a lot and I was intrigued. I like what the book is about. I haven't read any Olivia Blake books, and this one comes with things inside, drawings inside, illustrations about the characters. I don't want to look at it because obviously I don't want to get spoiled, but I'm really excited for this book. I've been waiting for it for a long time. I pre-ordered it because the paperback version of this cover wasn't out when I tried to buy it, so it took me a long time to get it to my house. And basically it's kind of a Romeo and Juliet retelling. There's two families that live in New York. They're both wizards or warlocks. I don't know what the difference between those two things are. And okay, they're witch families, it says. And I'm guessing they have like businesses and they have crime empires. So I'm guessing they are enemies, and one is mom and her girls, and the other family is the dad and his boys. I think the girls are like a lot of girls, and the boys are not a lot of them, maybe like 2 or 3, I think. I have one more fantasy book, and it's kind of cozy fantasy. I don't know, the summary of this book gives me the same vibes as the Secret Society, the Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, which I really enjoyed last year. It's a really cozy read. So basically, there's this house with kids that I think they have powers, and I'm guessing the kids they put there that have powers have like dangerous powers or something like that. And the man it's an orphanage, and he has to travel there. Okay, so he has to travel there and decide if the orphanage should be closed because they're too dangerous, I guess. I don't want to read a lot about the back of the book because I'm really excited for it. And I also bought it like a long time ago. I've been thinking about it for a while, and I bought it, I think for Christmas or something like that, so a long time already, because a year for me is a lot with a book. Now I'm going to jump into general fiction. My last book of last year was The Storied Life of A.J. Fikry. I wanted to read that before reading this because this book is quite long. It's like, well, no, it's 400 pages. I thought it was longer. And The Storied Life of A.J. Fikry is less than 300, I think, 280, something like that. And a lot of people were raving about that specific book, which isn't really popular. People talk way more about this one. So I decided to try it out because I was like, okay, it's shorter, so I can power through it if I don't really enjoy it. But I loved it. It was so good, so I just decided to buy this one and give it a try, even though the stories are really different, and inside general fiction you have different types of topics you can touch in books, and I think I haven't found my style, like this, I haven't found the style I like inside general fiction yet. I did love Firefly Lane, I did love that one, but there's a lot of flops also, so I want to keep trying different things to see what I really like and the authors I enjoy. So tomorrow, I think this book follows a group of friends that design an app together, something like that. That's the only idea I have about this book. As you can tell, I kind of like going into books blind. Then, before jumping into romance, like it's labeled as romance, but it's not the main tag. So I want to read Anatomy, a Love Story. Rachel Catherine really liked it, and I've always been intrigued by this book, so I decided to give it a try. I'm going to buy it for my birthday. This book follows a girl that is historical fiction and romance, and it follows a girl that wants to become a surgeon, and basically she needs to find bodies to practice. So she goes to this guy that basically what he does is he goes into the graveyards and he buries the dead bodies and then sells them. I know it sounds kind of creepy, but I don't know. It's kind of a dark theme for the fall, you know? So I'm really excited for that one. I have never read anything by her. I ran out of storage, so sorry if the angle is different or something, but we're going to jump into romance now. The first romance we have has magical realism in it. It has a ghost. This girl is a ghostwriter, and she has to go back home because it says tragedy strikes. She comes home and there's a ghost in her door. I know nothing else, but I was kind of skeptical when I read The 7 Years Sleep because everybody was loving it, but I was like, how am I going to love this? I also thought it was general fiction, not romance, and when I read it, I fell in love, 5 stars. Then I read Another Love Story, again, loved it, not 5 stars, but 4.5. And now, this is the last book I need to read from her. And I'm excited because Ghost, I know it's a romance, but like spooky vibes, you know? Another book I'm really excited to read also from an author I love is Wild Eyes. I don't have the physical copy with me. It's currently on its way. but things take way too long to get to where I live. So it takes basically 2 weeks from when Waterstones sends the package to when I receive it. So I hope I receive it next week because it's already Thursday. I don't think it's going to be here on time. So we have Wild Eyes. This would be the second book in the Rose Hill series, I think it is. And I'm super excited because all these books are going to be about single dads. What can be better than that? Don't answer, because whatever you're saying is going to be wrong. I love single dad tropes. Love them. So I'm excited for that one. I'm already going to pre-order the next one for my birthday, even though it's not coming out until a few months into next year, but I want to know I'm going to be the owner of the book. And apart from that single dad trope, I have no idea what the book's going to be about. Maybe it's the best friend that's divorced. I don't know, but I don't want to know. I just want to open the book, get inside Elsie Silver's universe, and if I could choose, I would never come out, but I will have to when the book ends. Another romance author I like a lot is Becca Mack. I've only read this series by her, but I think it's her only series. I don't know. I should look it up. Okay, it's not. She has another book called Love You Wild, but apart from that, this is her only series. I love it. When I bought the first 3 books, I bought them together and I was like, oof, I don't know, because maybe this isn't the right choice. Like, I shouldn't be buying the 3 books together because I don't know if I'm going to like them. Ate them all up, loved them. So now it's Follow With Me's turn, and there's already a title out for the next one. Also going to buy it. I don't care who the main characters are. I just love her writing, how she makes her characters, the plot lines, everything. One of the books I have on my 24 books I want to read in 2024, I think I only have 3 books left in the list, which is kind of amazing. I already read 21 of them, but one of them is The House in the Cerulean Sea, another one of them is Powerless, and the last one is King of Sloth. I don't know why I put this book on that list, because if I'm being honest, Anna Huang's books aren't my favorite. I enjoy them, and I know there are books that if I don't know what to read, I can pick one of them up and it's going to be fine because I'm going to enjoy it. But I tried to put books that I really wanted to read, so I don't know. I guess that was my organized thinking, saying that that's a series I need to keep up with, but I haven't read it yet, so I want to read it before the end of the year. But it's not really because I want to, it's because I want to complete my 24 books I want to read in 2024 list. I think I'll pick it up just between fantasies or something like that as a palette cleanser. Then we have Ready or Not. This is a pregnancy trope. Not a pregnancy trope, a surprise pregnancy trope. I don't know if it's called surprise pregnancy. I've been calling it like that for this week because I've been talking a lot about that trope. But yes, surprise pregnancy with a one-night stand. It's giving me autumnalim. It's giving me cozy vibes. Look at the cover. Tell me this isn't a fall book. So cute. And I do love when a surprise pregnancy is written correctly, so I'm also really excited for this one. Oh, and this book is new. It's from February. I thought this has been going on for longer. Well, I'm excited. And talking about autumnalim, I am going to get 2 books for my birthday that I've already read because I've been thinking about them so much in the past 2 months or so that I really want to read them, and I think the fall is the best time to do it. So I'm going to buy Next of Kin and Next to You. I was thinking of buying Autumnalim so I could buy the next book from that little series, but I don't know if I'm going to read that last book because I'm not really interested in that plot. I don't know. I need to think about it. Maybe I'll need to see people reviewing it to decide if I'm going to like it or not. Those are the books I really want to read before the year ends, but I do have some other books on my radar. I have some on my Kindle. I don't know if it's overdoing it with so many fantasies, but I would, because I'm not the type of person that can read fantasy for a month, but I would like to read Heartless Hunter because a lot of people have been reading it. I would also like to start the Zodiac Academy, but I don't know if that's really intimidating, because usually with those type of series I like to read them back to back to back, the books, and it has a lot of books. I could also just read the main books, but still really intimidating. I wouldn't be purchasing the paperbacks because it's just so expensive. They're really expensive, but maybe if I'm in the mood for it, I'll try them out. I also want to read Beartown. I haven't read any book by this author, which is Frederick Bachman. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I'm excited, but I'm nervous because I know he has like a special way of writing his books, and you get like a lot of different POVs, and it's kind of scary, intimidating. I also want to read some more Kate Canterbury. I want to try reading Bridgerton, because I watched Bridgerton for the first time last month, and oh my god, what was I doing with my life without seeing that? Amazing. So I want to try, maybe I will read, instead of the first books that I already know what's going to happen, I think I'll just jump into the next season that isn't out yet. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. And I also have some Meghan Queen books I was thinking about, but again, those are books that I have on my mind, but I don't want to read right now. So these were all the books. I don't want to pick them all up because that's scary. But these were all the books I have on my radar right now, and I want to read before the year ends. If you've read any of these books or they're on your TBR, let me know in the comments, because I love hearing about your opinions. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!